My butterflies have butterflies in their stomach.
So, what's it like to have your own case for the first time?
My heart hasn't raced this fast since I ran that full marathon last year.
If it keeps up, you might get a lawyer's high. You know, like a runner's high. Relax, everyone's nervous their first time.
So my fears weren't unfounded. After all, today's prosecutor is terribly brutal. And willing to use any means necessary to win a conviction.
There's that endless to find the means concept again.
Now that it's come to this... we have no choice but to fight fire with fire. The ends justify the means.
I wish he'd stop saying that.
I wish he'd stop doing that fucking smile.
That's your method, Professor. I'm going to defend Juniper in my own way.
Miss Sykes, just yesterday you told me. If this trial proceeds the same manner and ends the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain?
Well, I'll just have to make sure it doesn't happen then, won't I?
My, but aren't you a stubborn one? Oh, I suppose you'll have to learn of your own inefficiency the hard way.
Forgive me, Professor Mees, but can we just leave it at that?
Dear, please forgive me. It's just I wish to protect Juniper by any means I can.
I do too, but...
Now, if you would excuse me...
Thanks to him, I'm feeling even more pressure than before.
Don't let it get to you, Athena, and don't forget to keep smiling.
I'll be fine. I haven't forgotten what Mr. Wright said. The worst of times is when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles.
The trial is about to begin. I'll show you to the courtroom if you please. Apollo, I'm counting on you to support Athena this time. Okay, Mr. Wright, leave it to me.
That's right. I have Apollo to back me up. Junie's fate rests in my hands. I won't rest until she walks free.
Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods.
Anthea Sykes, defense team leader, is ready, Your Honor.
That didn't sound very confident. You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine.
Your boldness. I know. As usual, you want me to deliver the opening statement. This case is crystal clear. I see no need to expelate it any further. Now summon the witness. Is there something the matter? Please do share your boldness. Well, no, I gave you that idea. But bailiff, please call the first witness.
And now we don't even get an opening statement?
Oh, you again.
Detective Fulbright. He and the prosecutor Blackwell have become quite the team.
Oh, right, the case brief. Leave it to me. Yes, let the detective in charge, everyone's favourite friend of justice, explain. What was that just now? It's like he and Blackwell are totally in sync.
Well, I don't think they're capable of mind melding if that's what you're thinking.
All right, Detective Fulbright, would you please explain the case to the court? Professor Court's body was discovered October the 24th at approximately 2:30 p.m. She was murdered with this awl that I have here. The victim's blood and defendant's prints were both discovered on it.
Ah!
Asshole. Time of death between 6 and 8. Cause of death, blood loss from a deep stab wound. Wow, the Bergen liver evidence too. Blackwell's training well.
Maybe Blackwell should try not to mess with people's hair while he's at it.
Moving right along, the body was discovered in the outdoor stage, although no blood was found there. However, we detected traces of a massive amount of blood in the third floor art room. In short, the murder took place in the art room. So the body had been moved from the art room to the stage? Precisely. And there's one more piece of irrefutable evidence. A recording made by a tape recorder that the school paper reporter hid in the art room. It captured a female voice screaming, "You're a goner." What's this? You have such a recording? Must be from that tape recorder Miriam mentioned.
Why is that the first we've heard of a death threat at the moment of the murder?
Shh! Silence, please. I'd like to play the tape for you now.
You're a goner.
It's quite hard to hear.
But the voice does sound female.
The noise and low volume of the voice have made voice print analysis all but impossible. Then you haven't identified the voice as belonging to the defendant. Not so fast. After all, voice print analysis isn't everything. The victim was killed at night and then discovered in the afternoon the next day. The question is, when was the body moved? Oh, I know. It could have been moved in the middle of the night when no one was around. Sorry, but no. The campus was full of students that morning. However, no one reported seeing a body. That means the body was moved sometime before the mock trial when all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall and the rest of the campus was empty. During this time, Hugh O'Connor, one of the mock trial participants, found the body.
So the prosecution heard about Hugh seeing the body.
Wait one moment. If all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall, then there wouldn't have been anyone who could have moved the body. Have no fear, for there's always an exception. An exception? The 3 mock trial participants were standing by in individual dressing rooms. They were the only ones who had free access to the deserted campus before the mock trial. Then that would mean... What would it mean? Those 3 students were the only ones who could have moved the body. In justice, we trust. I don't like where this is heading, Athena.
Me neither.
And by those 3, I mean Hugh O'Connor, Robin Newman, and Juniper Woods.
I knew it. Please, Detective Fulbright, don't say what I think you're about to say next.
In justice we trust. I take it everyone understands now. The voice was believed to be that of the murderer was female. And out of the 3 people who could have moved the body, just 1 is a girl. That leaves the defendant Juniper Woods as the only possibility.
No!
Impressive. He has you on the ropes even before any cross-examinations.
You'll at least pretend to be upset for me.
A splendid job, Fulbright. That could not be any clearer. Feel free to anticipate a salary raise next month. Ha ha ha! I don't do this for the money. It's all about justice. In justice we trust. Only a half-wit, but a perennial stick in the mud you are.
I guess neither the carrot nor the stick works on Detective Fulbright.
Now, bailiff, please bring our next witness to the stand. Scuttlebutt, Scuttlebutt, Scuttlebutt. So, our first witness is a cardboard box.
Stealth mode deactivated.
Oh my, the box has hands!
Smile, Your Honor.
Can't bring those into a courtroom. What the dickens? I've just had my picture taken!
Miriam Scuttlebutt, senior at Legal Academy. I'm a reporter on the judge course. Juniper's been a bad girl. I'll tell you all about her crimes.
Might I ask whether you could come out of that cardboard box?
How would I get any more scoops if I blow my cover? So the answer is no. After all, covert action is an undercover reporter's bread and butter.
You're a member of the campus. Your face can be easily looked up. But testimony from faceless witness is highly irregular. A former ninja I met in the cling said that exposing those who work in the shadows is to pass the death sentence upon them. Oh my, I never thought of it that way. Very well, if it will spare a life, I'll make a special exception this time.
A former ninja in prison? Holy Shinto, how can the judge believe this load of old crock?
Now, your testimony, please, but take care not to reveal your face. I hope the breakdown animation sees her pop out like a fucking jack-in-the-box.
The murder happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial script. Until the mock trial had begun, only Professor Court and Juniper knew the script's contents. But Professor Court's sudden decision to not use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Juniper had to be the killer. She has a motive, and the murder is just like the script.
The murder is just like the script? Could such a thing be true?
Compare her script with the murder case. and crime scene photos. Then you'll see.
This is so simple, even an ape posing as a decrepit old judge could understand. Only the victim and the defendant were privy to the script, ergo the defendant is the killer. Furthermore, the art room where the crime supposedly occurred, this witness's script, along with an envelope which "use" was written, were found. This proves the accused's script had been rejected the day before the mock trial. She pressed the victim to use her script, an argument ensued, and then the fatal stabbing.
Makes perfect sense. What now?
Prosecutor Blackwell's always ducks lined up in a row. He's really on a roll now.
Oh, he's like a pit bull once it sinks its teeth in you. How dare she? My script had it all. A bum rap and a phony evidence. Grudges and betrayals.
I trust the defense is ready to cross-examine the witness.
No problem. I mean, yes, I'm ready. I think. Time to find a hole in her testimony and unbox the truth. I see it done over and over. I know I can do this.
Hold it!
There must be places where the script and the case diverge. Don't sweat the details. That kind of stress will give you wrinkles.
Objection!
I'm not worried. My skin's as fair as silk.
Objection!
Indeed, you are quite fair. Fairly desperate.
Objection!
What did you just say?
Blackwell really turned that one round on you.
Whose fucking side do you want to pop? Yes, thank you, Athena. Whose side are you on? Hurry up and think of a clever comeback.
Whoa, easy there, Athena. Now you listen to me. The two cases do indeed have their differences. For one, the stage hadn't yet been erected in the mock trial script. In the actual case, there were signs indicating the victim's wrists had been bound. But such differences pale in comparison to the host of similarities. In any event, replicating the crime without knowledge of the script is an impossibility.
Looks like I won't be passing this off as a coincidence. What a total burn. Try again, why don't you, pawn of woods?
Hold it!
Somebody could have stolen a pig beforehand. I don't think so. I mean, I tried any number of times. Shame on you, Miriam. But that crafty she-devil Juniper has eyes in the back of her head. What chance does your average person have at undercover if an undercover reporter like me failed? Interesting point. Still, Miss Scuttlebutt, won't you get in trouble later for admitting such underhanded tactics? Why, I plead entrapment! How is you blurting out your own crime entrapment? But you haven't scooped me yet. They are all set to use Juniper's script. How do you know Professor Court wasn't going to use her script?
There in the art room where the heinous crime took place, an envelope marked used and Miriam Scuttlebutt's script were found. Evidently, the script was going to be used belonged to the girl in the box over there.
It's only natural that my script would be accepted and hers rejected. I introduced all sorts of brand new concepts, including bribery and fake evidence. It was a cutting-edge script portraying a courtroom battle in the dark age of the law. I can't help but feel Professor Court went out of her way not to use it. But Juniper used some devious, underhanded tactics to get her script chosen. That's why her script and not my masterpiece were used in the mock trial. How's that for an explanation?
Hold it!
Anyone who saw the mock trial could have recreated the crime. After they saw the mock trial, they could have easily saved the body just like the script.
Objection!
No, they couldn't. Athena, you know the timeline doesn't add up that way. Where is the trial which pits Hawk against Canary?
What did you just say?
If he's so weary, he should try in less. I bet that'd save some energy.
Now's no time for jokes, Apollo. He just called me a canary.
Don't let him get to you. At least canaries pick up on things quickly, like you. I shan't repeat myself, so listen carefully, Stono. Hugh O'Connor discovered the body before the mock trial even began. How could one stage the body as it is in the script before anyone knew its contents?
That's right.
If anything, that just throws suspicion on Hugh. Do you even fathom the intricacies that go into staging a crime scene? No, I think not. You have the rudimentary mind of an elementary school child.
Elementary school? Reporter's testimony throws attorney Athena Sykes for loop. The perfect caption.
How marvellous! A photo in the newspapers is the thing to boost your brand. May I remind you again, it is very illegal to bring photography equipment into a courtroom.
In a school paper? Seriously?
I believe you've pressed the witness more than enough, Miss Sykes. Now do you see how clear-cut my case is? Take it now, and in that fair, desperate mind of yours, etch it deep so that you may never forget.
No. No! Even my arguments get thrown back in my face. It wasn't supposed to be like this. What am I going to do?
Athena, you should just about have all the answers you've been looking for now.
Huh?
Think about it this way. If the killer knew the details of the mock trial, would they really commit the crime in the same way?
I don't follow.
Try to place yourself in the killer's shoes. I bet you'll discover an inconsistency if you do.
Ah, I get it. Thanks, Apollo. Miss Scuttlebutt, just so we're clear, you're claiming that the killer intentionally made the crime scene look just as it was in the script, and that it is beyond the shadow of a doubt not a coincidence. Is that correct? No, duh. After all, it's just more evidence of Juniper's evil she-devil ways.
Objection!
What did I say? What did I say? client made the crime scene look just like the script, something known only to her. That would not just be foolhardy, but completely irrational. What do you mean?
Yes, Miss Sykes, please do let the court know what you mean by irrational.
It won't make any sense for Junie to mimic her own script on purpose. The murder scene was the same as it was in the mock trial script. The adding up itself is irrational. What's wrong with them being the same?
Yes, Miss Sykes, care to explain what you mean?
Let's say for argument's sake that Miss Woods is the killer. If so, then what reason would she have to intentionally make the actual murder mimic her own script? That's easy. She's admitting she was the... That's right. If she'd really done that, it would be like proclaiming to the world that she's the killer. So what we actually have here is evidence of someone trying to frame our client. The body was found the day of the mock trial. In short, the day of the details were revealed. It would be completely inconceivable for the murder to go exactly like the script. Shh. Don't let it go to your head just yet.
Objection!
It would seem Justice Dono's comrade in arms has finally drawn her sword. However, the blade is dull, and it shall remain until you master its use.
Enough of your stupid sword metaphors already!
There's a perfectly good reason for the inconsistency of which you speak.
Reason? What reason?
Must I spell out everything? You're what people today call high maintenance. The accuser intended to stop the mock trial, and in that event, nary a soul would have been wise to the similarities of the case and script.
Objection!
No, the mock trial was only stopped after the body was accidentally discovered.
Objection!
Our witness here had also discovered the body. In fact, she was led to our dearly departed professor by the accused herself.
What? Miss Scuttlebutt saw the body too?
Precisely. And with the discovery of the body, the mock trial ought to have been cancelled.
Wait, you didn't call the police? No, I kept it a secret for my big scoop. You can't do that!
I made her pay long and hard penance for her sin. Did I not, my little box top?
Compared to the work of a war correspondent, the sheer terror of that was...
Geez, I wonder what the Twisted Samurai did to her.
Block all the holes in her box? And spin her like a top while Detective Fulbright cackled in delight?
That sounds more nauseating than scary. Enough jabbering. Witness, continue your testimony.
Sure, Mr. Samurai. I'm ready to finish off the she-devil. I snuck into Juniper's dressing room while everyone was in the lecture hall. Juniper had changed into her stage costume. I asked her, "What are you doing?" When suddenly she'd fled into the hallway as if she wanted me to follow her. I followed her all the way to Professor Court's body. She led me right to it. I'm positive it was Juniper because she was wearing the costume she had made.
Hold it!
Why'd you withhold such key testimony? What's that supposed to mean?
Athena, you haven't even started your cross-examination.
I know, but her testimony points to her as being a potential suspect.
Well, I don't think Prosecutor Blackwell is... No, wait, I bet he's already thought of that.
The witness left the lecture hall to sneak into Miss Wood's room before the mock trial. That means she too could have moved the victim's body. The prosecution's claim no longer has any ground to stand on.
Now, no need to ruffle your own feathers so. When you squeak like a little brat, it agitates Tucker. Do you want him to peck your eyes out?
No thanks.
You listen here. The witness has a perfectly good alibi.
Yeah, I do. Around the estimated time of death, I was at undercover reporter class, right near my home. Undercover reporter class?
The proverbial rug has been pulled from under you. The witness could not be the killer. The defense must look before leaping, or at least make sure the rug's secured to the floor. I tried to warn you.
Oh.
Well, there ends the cross-examination. Let's allow the witness to step down.
Huh? No, wait a minute.
The defense has no right to cross-examine the witness after that little spectacle. For whatever a man is sowing, he will also reap.
Why can't you just say you reap what you sow?
Very well. If the cross-examination is over, I suppose the witness may go home. Perhaps spend some time in her lovely box and recover from today's stressful events.
Don't worry about me, Your Honour. There's no rest for the wicked, or journalists either. My third eye's always eyeing a scoop.
She's always eyeing a scoop.
Well, back to the trenches. Bye-bye.
Hold it.
Hold it!
Not so fast, Miss Scuttlebutt.
Apollo?
There's just one thing I'd like to ask. Did you take a picture of the victim's body? And if not, why not?
Well, that is... No, I didn't take one.
Well, that's strange. Why wouldn't you take a picture if you're always eyeing a scoop? Did you or didn't you really see the victim's body?
It's not like I actually saw it, but...
What the devil? Did you hear that, Your Honour? The witness didn't actually see the body. That completely overturns the prosecution's claim that the witness led to it. Justice Dono, you dare bear steel at me again?
Nice try, Boy Wonder. So what if I didn't see the body? The fact remains that Juniper led me there. Feast your eyes on this.
What exactly am I looking at here?
It's a crucial moment forever frozen in time by my third eye. A photo clearly showing Juniper Woods.
Is it though? Why did you not tell me of this?
It's a shocking scoop. I was saving it for just the right moment. And that would be right now here in court. Surprise! What I do. All journalists keep their scoops secret until the right moment.
She's pretty brave hiding it from Black Quill like that. Or pretty stupid. Oh. I'm so in sync with these games.
All pretty stupid. Well, this is an unexpected turn.
Athena, about this picture. See how it only shows the back of the subject?
Ah, so then...
Right. Who knows whether this photo shows Juniper in the first place?
Objection!
A completely irrelevant point. What is relevant here is there was someone who did try to lead the witness to the body. Take a gander at this. The route which the accused escaped. The witness pursued the accused this way after she fled the dressing room. The accused descended to the first floor and exited to the quad. What then? Carton cretin?
I tripped and fell. Caught my knee on my own box. She stayed under her box even while running after someone? Sounds difficult.
Recall that the body was already there, for Hugh O'Connor had already seen it. She was trying to show someone the body because she wanted to stop the mock trial.
Hold it!
But if the facts have changed, that's all the more reason to cross-examine the witness. The defence has a point there. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination. It seems Justice Dono has saved your pretty little hide, Missy. For now, at least. Guess I pulled that off somehow.
Thanks, Apollo. You're a lifesaver.
Incidentally, my compliments to the witness for her very fine box.
It's primo cardboard, lovingly selected from among many.
Tell another lie or hide another fact from me, and I shall put it to the torch.
Please, anything but that.
I think it would be more eco-friendly to recycle it, but that's just me. All right, Miss Sykes, you may cross-examine the witness.
You said you snuck in, but why'd you do something like that? Because if I got a big scoop on Juniper, club membership would go through the roof. Right now, the newspaper club only has one member, me. The club's history once I'm gone. So the famous Herald's brand recognition is a matter of life and death.
Her means may be questionable, but her motives surprisingly sound.
Extra, extra. Students seeking the thrills and chills of expose journalism report to the club room. This has been a paid advertisement. Anyway, where was I? Never took Miriam for such a go-getter.
Hold it!
Why was he changed into the costume? The mock trial was about to begin. How should I know? But if you don't believe me, take a look at the photo. I captured this critical moment like the gonzo journalistic pro that I am. But this only shows the back of whoever was fleeing. You expect me to shoot her face when she's running away from me? I guess you're right, but this doesn't seem to be getting me anywhere. At any rate, as this photo shows, Juniper was in her stage costume.
Hold it!
That doesn't mean you had to chase her. Call it journalist's instinct. I see something fishy, I go after it. But you never did catch up to her, did you? A true undercover journalist gets up and dusts herself off when she stumbles. That reminds me, didn't you fall during the chase when you tripped on your box? A true undercover journalist is always ready to stumble over a great story. Sure are a lot of holes in your story, or is that just the Scuttlebutt brand of journalism? A true undercover journalist always prevails against her adversaries.
Hold it!
What would our client have to gain from leading you there?
The accused had employed her self-penned script as a manual for murder. Ergo, she had to stop the mock trial before the script's details became public. And that accounts for her desperate attempt to lead our cartoon cretin here to the body.
Objection!
But as we know, Miss Scuttlebutt didn't alert the authorities. And as a result, the mock trial began as scheduled.
Objection!
The issue here is not whether or not it was in fact halted. The fact remains the accused was trying to lead the witness to the body. Does that not show clear intent to hold the mock trial?
Ah!
But that's not the costume, is it? Her costume has glowy stars on it.
Objection!
There we go.
Miss Scuttlebutt's sole basis for identifying our client in the figure in this photo is the fact that it shows someone in Miss Wood's stage costume. Well, it is Juniper's costume, so that must be Juniper in it. It's clear cut. No, that's where you're completely mistaken. What? This is a design drawing for our client's stage costume.
Oh my, what a wonderful creation! The constellations are extraordinary.
I'm glad you noticed, because those stars are precisely what's important here. In the drawing, there are constellations all over the outside of the costume. But there's not a single star on the costume in this photo.
Oh, then that means... what exactly?
Your Honour, there were no other blue costumes at the scene, which leads me to believe that the figure in the photo was wearing our client's costume inside out.
Why would Miss Woods make a mistake like that?
Well, it's not really a matter of why, but rather who made the mistake of putting it on inside out. Wait, you're not suggesting... That's right, I'm glad you're catching on. The costume designer wouldn't put her own costume on inside out. Sorry, Miss Scuttlebutt, but doesn't believing you had a scoop when you really didn't make you a failure as a reporter? A failure as a reporter? There it goes. Ah! Why, hello, Miss Scuttlebutt. So nice to meet the woman beneath the box. You didn't see nothing.
Objection!
Now, I would have you stop right here, Sykes Dono. For it is the why of the matter upon which I would have this court focus. What do you mean? Miss Juniper Woods. Yeah? What were you doing on the morning of the mock trial? I was in my dressing room, painting my costume in fluorescent paint. Fluorescent paint? My design drawing shows twinkling stars on the costume. I was going to make the costume shimmer like that by painting the inside fluorescent.
What's that again? Fluoride? Did your costume have cavities?
Not fluoride, fluorescent, as in glowing. The paint would make it glow in the dark. Yes, you applied that to the inside of the costume, and then? I let it dry for a while because I heard it takes a long time. So I put the costume on my mannequin inside out. Inside out? So then... This is a photograph of the inside out costume taken in the dark. As you can see, there's a heavy layer of paint over the entire inside of the surface. If someone were to poorly don this costume in this state, the wet paint would get all over their body.
Why, yes, I believe it would.
Indeed, ergo, the costume was worn the way it was, not by anyone's massive mistake. But because this was the way it was on the mannequin, inside out. Figures you have a photo. Did we just fall into his trap?
Yeah, I bet Black got it all planned out. Still, I think you should give this photo a nice long look.
Oh, please tell me you found something that doesn't add up.
Check out the chest area. Kinda looks like handprints to me.
Hey, you're right. But Junior would know better than just touch it while the paint was still wet.
Objection!
I believe the term to describe your thought process is wishful thinking. After all, if master painters make mistakes, why not rank amateurs such as the accused?
Objection!
So basically you're saying my claim requires evidence to back it up?
Evidence? That shouldn't be a problem, right? After all, we've come this far.
Just because I've come this far doesn't mean I've thought everything through, though.
What? You mean you've just been bluffing?
What do you expect me to do? I'm sick of losing to this guy. But you're right, there's only one thing left to do at this point. And that's to present some evidence pronto.
A showdown, is it? I gladly accept.
The fluorescent paint must have stuck to the hands of whoever touched the costume. The paint should glow in dark places, so you just need to carefully check every last piece of evidence.